Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 750th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. This is a 31k battle, and what a close battle I've got for you today. As you can see, this is fought on a custom map, and this map was hosted by Brotherhood member Crypto. Always nice to play on a custom map, I think. Okay, now Crypto has got 11 infantry, 3 archers, and 6 cavalry. Okay, 11 infantry, 3 archers, 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his infantry. Now you'll see his general unit's got 8 upgrades on. That's 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Others of his unit have just got gold shield, gold attack on. And I believe others of his units have got 7 upgrades on, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So he's got mixed upgrades through his infantry, but the vast majority of his infantry are very well upgraded for a 31k battle. There you are, that's 7 upgrades and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. As I say, very mixed upgrades on his infantry, but the majority of them are very well upgraded. And there you are, he's only got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry because he spent most of his money on his infantry there. Okay, so I think that's an interesting crypto Roman army there. Remember, this is a 31k battle, not the 40k no rules that we sometimes play. Okay, our next teammate is brother member Aurelius. Now Aurelius has got 11 Spartans, 4 archers, and 4 light cavalry. Now just to say, this light cavalry, if you notice the upgrade there, you'll see he's got 7 upgrades on, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Now what I've found is that these 4 light cavalry units that he brings, he uses them extremely well. Very tactically, very strategic, hitting soft targets like enemy archers, or smashing into the back of tired enemy infantry. They are quite a good unit to bring with a Greek city's army. Our next teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. I've got 13 infantry and 6 cavalry. Very, very old Roman army of mine, but I find that it works for me, so that's why I tend to bring that army to most of our battles. Okay, and our last teammate is Brotherhood member TR. Now TR's got 5 chosen swordsmen, 6 head hurlers, 1 druid unit, 5 chariots, and 2 slingers. Okay, there's his chosen swordsmen. If you count the upgrades, you'll see they are fully upgraded. Now remember, these chosen swordsmen have got the same morale as urban cohorts, and you would be really surprised on how tough this infantry is when it's fully upgraded. Very underestimated infantry, I believe. And then we go on to the infamous head hurlers. Remember, these heads are effective against armor and can cause massive casualties to enemy units. And because they cause massive, quick casualties to enemy units, they can cause them to rout as well, so they are very effective. You'll notice here that they carry their heads on the belts, on their belts there. Can you see there as they carry the heads there? And as I say, they can be very, very effective. Some modern Britannia armies, they bring 14 of these units just to devastate enemy troops, but as I said before, if they run out of heads and they haven't turned the battle in their team's favour, then all you've got is a mass of light infantry there. Okay, he's got a couple of slinger units here as well for additional firepower against probably enemy missile troops there. And then he's got his heavy chariots. Now remember, Britannia's got 2 kinds of chariots. They've got the heavy chariots with 3 hit points, and these barbarian warlord chariots with 5 hit points. Now over the years I've tried both types of chariots, and I would recommend that you bring the barbarian warlord chariots if you bring Britannia, because those 5 hit points really do make a difference over the heavy chariots 3 hit points there. And I believe he's got a couple of chariot archers as well. Now this is a good tactical move here. Barbarian morale is pretty low, so to bring a unit that boosts morale, like a druid unit here, okay, that is a really good tactical move, because that's going to be giving that extra morale boost to your barbarian infantry there, which, as I say, has got low morale anyway. Okay, so there's our team. You've got Crypto with Rome, you've got Aurelius with Greek cities, you've got myself with Rome, and you've got TR with Britannia. Should be a great one for you to watch. And here is the other team. We have brother member Barclayman. Now Barclayman's got his faction of choice, Macedon, and he's got 5 archers, 9 pikes, and 2 levy pikes. So he's got 9 royal pikemen, 2 levy pikemen, okay, and 4 cavalry. If we have a close look here, you'll see that the upgrades on his royal pikemen are 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Once again, look at the length of those pikes that our men have got to try and fight down to kill the man on the other end. And with those upgrades on, those are serious pikemen there. As I say, this is Barclayman's faction of choice. And then you've got the levy pikemen there. Now he's only got 7 upgrades on them. These are the cheaper pike units. They're still anti-cavalry, but they are very cheap. And there's something that you might find interesting here. Can you see, if you look at the levy pikemen there, okay, sorry, if you look at the royal pikemen here, can you see the size of the shields that they carry? Okay, you see, just make a mental note of the size of those massive shields that the royal pikemen carry. Okay, and if you have a look at the levy pikemen there, can you see how small their shields are? So I believe that the royal pikemen have got at least 3 more defense points than the levy pikemen have. So I just thought you might find that interesting. So it's the size of the shields that they carry, you can see, gives them their defense there. You'll see his cavalry's got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So that's a pretty good Macedon army with 5 Cretan archers as well. Okay, their next teammate is someone who's called himself OTD Chinrazig, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now he's got just 6 infantry, 7 archers, 6 cavalry, and 1 peasant unit. Yes, just 6 infantry. Now, will he have good upgrades on those 6 infantry? No. He just got gold shield, gold attack, the bog standard upgrade on a 31k Roman unit. There you are, just gold shield, gold attack. 6 infantry is all he's got. He's got gold shield, gold attack on his long range archer auxiliary archers. They're pretty good. So it makes me think, yeah, there you are. It makes me think he's going to spend all his money on his cavalry. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry, which takes him out of the elite bracket into the super bracket there. But will fully upgraded cavalry make up for just 6 infantry? Is 6 infantry enough for the modern day 31k battlefield? I guess we'll just have to see. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Demon. Now Demon's got 12 infantry, 6 cavalry, and 1 archer. Quick look at the upgrades on his infantry. You'll see he's just got gold shield, gold attack on his infantry there. You'll see an archer unit there in amongst his infantry. But I thought it was an interesting battle formation for you to look at there. 2 polar shield units at the front, and then a curved front line of his battle formation there. A bit like Conan used to do many years ago. Okay, and let's have a quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 upgrades on his cavalry, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So that is a really tried and tested Roman army of demons there. Should be interesting to see how well he does. Oh my gosh, and there you are, he's forgotten one of his infantry units in the setup stage. Come on, veterans, how many of us have done that in the past as well? But just thought it was interesting to see. Their last teammate is Brotherhood member Earth. Now Earth has got 10 sacred band spearmen, 4 slingers, and 6 cavalry. Okay, if you have a look at the upgrades on his sacred band spearmen, you'll see he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. We know these sacred band spearmen are good with just gold shield, gold attack, but you put 2 experience stripes on them and you've got some serious spearmen there. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry because he spent most of his money on his infantry there. So I think that's a pretty good, solid Carthage army there. And of course he's got all those slingers as well for some extra firepower. So their team has got Macedon there, quite a diverse team with Barclayman. You got Rome with Scorpion King there, and then you've got Rome with Demon, and then we got Carthage. There we are, we've got Rome with Demon, and then we've got Carthage there with Earth. This should be a cracking battle for you to enjoy. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, we've literally just pressed start. You'll see Crypto being his usual aggressive self here, taking his archers across the battlefield there, trying to pick off enemy units as they try and converge into the centre of their team there. So as I say, he always knows that the army opposite him will be trying to move over to the centre, so he moves his archers forward, as I say, trying to pick off units, soldiers from those individual units as they move across the battlefield there. So as I say, always a very aggressive move there by Crypto, but he needs to be careful of enemy cavalry. You can see that Earth's got some of his Sacred Band cavalry out there as well, but I'm pretty sure Crypto would have spotted that, and we'll have cavalry support there. Let's say this is a nice move here by Aurelius, bringing his fast-moving light cavalry over here as well to help support Crypto's archers. So that's a nice teamwork move there. Of course, here you'll see that Crypto's long-range elite archers there will be able to pick off Earth's short-range slingers there. So the best thing for Earth to do is to move those slingers out of range there, because they're just going to get picked off there by those long-range archers of Crypto. So as I say, always best to pull them out. He can either move them forward there to get in range so he can target the archers there, but with all the cavalry out there, I think probably moving his slingers back would be the best move, and that's exactly what Earth is doing there. Especially with that fast-moving cavalry of Aurelius is there that would like to take out those slinger units. In fact, that one slinger unit looks a little bit exposed there here on the end. Can you see what I mean? And you can see that fast-moving cavalry unit there, plus the heavy cavalry units of Crypto there. Wouldn't surprise me if it took out that slinger unit there. Look at them moving in on him. This is a nice aggressive attacking move here by Aurelius and Crypto here on our left flank. Get ready for this, and bang, as that light cavalry unit goes in, then the heavy cavalry of Crypto's goes in like a bang as he charges in there as well. That was a nice combination hit there by Crypto and Aurelius there. Took out that one slinger unit, but maybe now it might be a good idea for them to move back, simply because of the enemy cavalry coming across there now. So yeah, as I say, maybe a good idea. I could see Crypto there was thinking, look at the movement of his cavalry. He was thinking of taking those two cavalry units on there, but then I think he spotted all of Demon's cavalry there lurking with intent, and decided the best thing to do was to pull back there. So that was a good tactical decision, I think, there by Crypto. And here you'll see that our guys are shooting fire arrows into the enemy troops. Now remember, fire arrows cause less casualties, but actually bring a fear factor. So you can see both Aurelius and Crypto's elite archers here shooting arrows into the enemy troops. Usually you keep fire arrows for shooting into the rear of engaged enemy troops, because I say it increases the fear factor and can make them rout. Just shooting ordinary arrows does cause more casualties on enemy troops there. There you are, they were trying to target some of Demon's cavalry there, as well as that archer unit. But if you look closely at this enemy Scipii, these Scipii archers there, see when they get hit by the fire arrows, how they just burn. There you are, you see that one guy there, straight down, caught on fire there. So as I say, fire arrows, they do cause less casualties, but they bring a fear factor to enemy troops there. So as I say, you can see both Crypto and Aurelius there using their archers to good effect there on the enemy Scipii archers there. So well done to them. Over here you'll see that peasant unit of Scorpion King there being attacked by the Spartans. Probably going to rout on him. Yeah, they were going to rout on impact. I think that peasant unit had already been targeted by TR slingers anyway, so it was already a weakened unit there. But peasant units can be a bit of a nuisance because they do try and soak up our our missiles there. So it's a good job we got rid of that. So there you are, you can see them moving towards them there. Yeah, don't forget that Aurelius will want to stay away from the Macedonians there. Just make a mental note of the length of a Spartan spear there. If you could just make a mental note of the length of that Spartan spear, and now have a look at the length of a Macedonian pikeman's pike. Look at that. So that's the difference there, and that's why Aurelius will, if he can, stay away from the Macedonians there, because they've got such an advantage with those pikes. Okay, so but my guess is that Barclayman, if he can, he will want to engage Aurelius there, because he knows the advantage he's got with those long pikes against the short spears of Spartans there. Okay, so it'd be interesting to see. Could be a cat and mouse game between Barclayman and Aurelius there with their two armies. Now over here you'll see that Scorpion King, if you notice, he's got his archers in close tight formation for more impact and more damage, okay, than when they're in open order. And if you notice here, they are now targeting the flank of our allies' infantry there. See our Aurelius' Spartan unit there, and I think that's where they're targeting. If you notice here, Scorpion King is tactically moving his archers round the flank to get even a better shot in on the flank of Aurelius' infantry there, backed up by Macedonian cavalry. You can see there's Macedonian cavalry there, plus you can see, I think, Scorpion King bringing some of his infantry over to support his own archers there. Plus, don't forget, Scorpion King's got fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry as well. Okay, but just look at this Spartan unit. Remember, this is an 81-man unit. Okay, they haven't even got into hand-to-hand fighting yet, and look at the casualties they're causing. This is a nice cover move here by Scorpion King, using his cavalry, if you notice, in wide formation there, to chase down TR slingers there. So that was a nice move there by him. And don't forget, they've got the Macedonian cavalry out here as well. So good support for Scorpion King's archers there, and that heavy companion cavalry can be very effective. And as I say, there's a lot of support here for Scorpion King's archers. But remember, Scorpion King has only got 6 infantry. Is 6 infantry enough for the modern 31k battlefield? Well, I guess we'll just have to see as the battle unfolds. But as I say, that one unit of Spartans there is getting absolutely hammered by the arrows coming in on it. Just like that. So as I say, don't forget, this is an 81-man unit here. It hasn't even got into hand-to-hand fighting, and it's already having devastating casualties inflicted on it by the tight, close formation archers of Scorpion King there. So I'm not sure really what Aurelius should do there. Maybe he should turn and face the threat there. Maybe that might be the best thing to do there. I'm not quite sure what all of you are thinking there. But say you got TR's chariots out here, and you've got some of his infantry there as well. But you can see the Macedonian companion cavalry moving forward. Now remember, that companion cavalry has got a massive 9 charge bonus. Now the charge bonus is the impact and penetration that a unit can do. Okay, so I've seen the trouble that Aurelius is in, and if you notice, I'm moving my army over to that flank. Here you can see you've got Crypto's elite archers and Aurelius elite archers here shooting into the enemy troops. Okay, possibly targeting the enemy cavalry, or maybe shooting into the flank of Demon's infantry there. Okay, but they've got their archers, their elite archers massed there. But they must be very aware of enemy cavalry. And don't forget here, this is Earth's 3 Sacred Band cavalry loitering with intent. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're loitering with intent, just looking for an opportunity to charge in there with those cavalry. Earth's probably hoping that we'll forget about those 3 cavalry units out there, so that he can just kind of surprise us. So, but I'm pretty sure Crypto's pretty wily general there, and he will be aware of those cavalry units there. Okay, so here you can see Scorpion King moving his archers round even more, trying to get a better angle on the flank of those Spartans there. So what I'm thinking here is I'm going to move my infantry towards this force out here on our right flank. Otherwise they're just going to stand there shooting arrows into us, weakening us. They got loads of cavalry, but they might not want to take on a whole Roman army there. If you notice, don't forget, as I say, Scorpion King's only got 6 infantry, so they might not want to stand and fight there. So what I would like to do is kind of chase them away, if you like, from coming around our right flank. You can see me moving my SBQR Roman army forward. I've got my cavalry just behind my infantry there for if they decide to maybe try a lightning cavalry attack there. But as I say, I'm going to lead the way here and chasing them away from our right flank. As I say, Scorpion King with only 6 infantry, he's not going to stand and fight there. So it could force them back. Okay. Now here's that unit that was targeted by Scorpion King SR's archers. Look, 15 men left in it out of 81, and they haven't even got into hand-to-hand fighting yet. And that unit's been reduced to 15 men from 81 just from archer fire there. I'm guessing other Spartan units were damaged as well. There you are. You can see the dead Spartans there. But I'm guessing that other Spartan units have been injured by that archer fire as well. That's why I've decided here to move my infantry over to this right flank here, try and push the enemy back, kind of chase them away from the advantageous position that they've got there with their archers. You can see that Demon's cavalry there. Well, thanks very much. I may well entertain you with some pilers now into those cavalry units of yours. There you are. Up. I'm going to throw a lot of pilers into those cavalry. If they're going to stand there, then they can take the piler damage there. There you are. Up. So reduce that unit quite a bit down to about 35 men there. Just got hit by pilers. So as I say, I've done what I've wanted to here. I've kind of disrupted them a bit on the right flank. But I'm still going to move forward here. I still want to kind of be a bit of a nuisance, you know, cause a bit of disruption, upset their battle line a bit. Now over here, you'll see that Earth is charged in here, trying to get some of our archers there. And don't forget those 3 Sacred Band cavalry of Earths out there loitering with intent here. And you can see here, there's a general overview of the battle as it stands at the moment here. But as I say, my Roman army has managed to push back that kind of movement on our right flank. I wouldn't say it was an attack, but it was an advantageous movement by the enemy team, which I have now neutralised and have pushed back there with my SBQR army there. As I say, I just want to kind of just be a bit of a nuisance, just cause a bit of disruption, you know, just kind of maybe upset their battle line a little bit there with my infantry by just moving closer and closer to them. Okay, over here, look, this is a nice hit by the fast-moving cavalry of Aurelius there. Took out that one Cretan archer unit. Now we need to move that cavalry back away from those heavy Carthage cavalry there, those Sacred Band cavalry. So that was a nice lightning hit there by Aurelius. A nice targeted tactical hit there. As you can see, I'm moving my SBQR army even more forward now. We start to throw more pilers into the enemy troops. As I say, all I want to do here really is just kind of be a bit of a disruptive force if I can there. You can see there's some pilot exchanging going in there. Look at those pilers. It's kind of like raining pilers down there. And it'll be, make no mistake, the pilers are going both ways here. So we're both going to be losing a lot of our troops in our piler shield units there. Once again, can you see I'm moving forward again, trying to be aggressive, trying to, as I say, be a bit of a nuisance to the enemy team there, is what I'm looking to try and do at this stage of the battle. Right, can you see this Scipii cavalry? Looks like it's going to smash into my troops. Get ready for this. Forward units charging there, come bang! But then he decides to hold back and then move his cavalry back there. Decided, I'm not sure if he just had a change of mind there, but look at the cavalry he lost to piler hits there through that attack. So all of a sudden he just seemed to want to hit, didn't he? And then decided to change his mind there. So that was, I thought, an interesting tactic there. Now what I'm a bit worried about here, can you see those units have overlapped our battle line there? And if they come together, they could be quite a powerful force to come round our flank. So we need to watch out for that. I don't know what you guys think in watching this battle. Do you think they may well come round the flank there as they've overlapped us? Once again, can you see I'm moving my troops forward again? And if you notice, Aurelius is moving his Greek city army forward as well, because of course he really wants to engage Rome with his Greek cities. That's the target that he wants. Of course he wants to stay away from Macedon. Probably not too keen on fighting Carthage at this stage of the battle, but if he can hit Rome, that's what he'll want to do. Okay, let's pause the game for a second, go over to our left flank here. Now you'll see there that you've got Earth Sacred Band cavalry, okay, and you've got Scorpion King's fully upgraded Scipii cavalry, plus you've got more Carthage cavalry, plus Macedonian cavalry there as well. So there's a big cavalry build-up over on our left flank, and Crypto needs to be aware of that. I think he needs to move his cavalry close to his infantry now for support, because I got a feeling that the enemy team are going to look to try and take his cavalry out with their cavalry advantage. So this is a good tactical move by Crypto. Move his cavalry close to his infantry so his infantry can support his cavalry if needed. There you are. You can see Scorpion King really wanted to engage Crypto's cavalry. Now remember, Crypto's only got gold shield, gold attack cavalry, which is kind of the minimum upgrade you'd put on your cavalry, and Scorpion King's cavalry is fully upgraded. So that's why Scorpion King really wanted to get into grips with Crypto's cavalry there if he could. But Crypto's done a good move there. He's moved his infantry back to support his cavalry even more there. So that was a good tactical move there by Crypto against all this enemy cavalry. Okay, he's done well, but I noticed that the enemy are moving infantry over towards him as well. So I suppose Crypto could look a little bit isolated there. Do you think if the enemy put a full-scale attack there, they could leave those troops there to pin and hold all of us, you know, our three armies there, while the Macedonians and these Scipio troops and all that cavalry could maybe look to hit Crypto? I don't know what you guys thinking about that. Do you think that could be a good tactical move there by the enemy team? That could well be a good tactical move there. Try and isolate Crypto on our left flank and hit him with all that infantry and cavalry. Right, if you notice there, I'm moving my SBQR army forward once again there, trying to be a bit of a nuisance, as I say, trying to be a bit disruptive, trying to mess up their battle line a little bit if I can. You got TR's infantry chosen swordsman there on my flank, on the far right flank here. And you can see the enemy movement there, and you can see Crypto moving over now from the left flank closer to his allies. Right, now here you can see the Macedonians. As I say, Barclayman would love to engage Aurelius's Greek city Spartans with his Macedonians there, because the long pikes of Macedon would have such an advantage over the short spears of Sparta, the Spartans there. So that's why Barclayman's moved his pikemen there, because he can see Aurelius's army is integrated with mine. Now if Aurelius is quick, he could switch over here, switch out the left of my army and attack Demon's Scipio army there with Crypto. Okay, here you'll see Scorpion King's cavalry charging into Crypto's archers there. Remember, Scorpion King always aggressive, always attacking there. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. So as I say here, you can see the Macedonians there with their pikes down, asking to be attacked. What the Macedonian general wants is for us to attack him head on. So as I say, we've got to try and fight all the way down the long pikes of those Macedon pikemen. But if you notice here, Aurelius is saying no thank you very much. What I want to hit is the enemy Roman army. So if you notice here, can you see that Aurelius is moving his Spartans over towards Crypto's army there with a view to engage the enemy Scipio troops over there, Demon's troops there. Okay, so that's why Aurelius is now moving out of my army over towards the left flank. But if you look at all the enemy cavalry over here, you'll see there is a big build-up of enemy cavalry. You've got those Macedonian companion cavalry with their 9 charge bonus. You've got the Sacred Band cavalry of Earth. And, of course, you've got the fully upgraded cavalry of a Scorpion King. Now, all this cavalry build-up on here could be a sign that they're going to look to attack our flank. We just have to wait and see. But over here on the other flank here, you can see all this enemy infantry, all these pikes and spearmen here, have overlapped our battle line, and if they moved forward, they would probably attack those chosen swords. Remember, pikes and spears kill barbarian troops very quickly. Plus, look at these elite archers in close tight formation for more impact and more damage there, shooting at our slinger units there, possibly targeting some of our cavalry units as well. So as I say, the battle at the moment is very fluid. Anything can happen at any time on either flank here. So, as I say, very fluid situation at the moment. Right, here you'll see Aurelius there moving his Spartans, as he said earlier, across to integrate with Crypto's army there. But what Aurelius, as I say, want to do is attack that those enemy Roman troops there. Okay. So there's my my infantry there, and you can see right now this is a good move here by Barclayman. As I say, using his Macedonian faction, his faction of choice, he's going to keep those 3 big pike units there to try and pin and hold my SBQR troops, while he takes the bulk of his pikemen over there to support Demon against Aurelius's Spartans there. So this is a good tactical move there by Barclayman there, moving them over. Now just look at the overlap the enemy have got on our flank. Just look at the overlap there. Now we've got TR's infantry there, but I'm just thinking there, just look at all those spears and pikemen and that cavalry. Imagine those teaming up and coming round our flank here. I mean, that could be a massive, powerful force smashing into our flank here. That if they put all those troops together and they just come round our flank, I mean, that could be, maybe that could be a battle-winning move. I don't know what you guys think, but if they yoked all those troops there together and brought them round in that right flanking action there, that could well be as I say, possibly a battle-winning move there. But here you'll see there, as I say, Barclayman moving his well-upgraded Macedonian pikemen over to integrate with Demon's Scipio army there to face Aurelius' Spartans there. If you notice here, I'm moving my SBQR troops further over to the centre there, but I have got an eye on our right flank. Just look at all those additional troops there that could be brought into the battle there. Now if you notice here, you'll see Barclayman moving a Macedonian unit forward there, and there's some Scipio infantry coming in behind, looking like they almost want to pin and hold my SBQR army there. Okay, now this is a good move by Crypto here. He's moved his army out to the left flank now, his Julio army out to the left flank, trying to disrupt their battle line there, look, making them have to think a little bit more than what they were earlier. Okay, so let's just pause again for a second here. So you can see here that a couple of Aurelius' Spartan units have already routed. Okay, so there's a couple, and my guess is at least one of those was one that was damaged by that archer fire earlier. But here you can see that Aurelius' Spartans are not just fighting Scipio infantry, but those Macedonian pikemen are moving in on him as well. So whether he'll want to keep fighting there or whether he wants to move his Spartans away from those Macedonians, we'll just have to see. But just look at all those pikes and spears there. Would it be a good idea to attack my army with them? What do you think with that? Because TR's got his chosen swordsman there, and we've got cavalry, but against all those pikes and spears, that could be a good move if they attack our right flank. But as I say here, there you can see Aurelius' Spartans there battling with Demon's Scipio troops. And as I say, you can see Barclayman's Macedonians there, just waiting to engage those Spartans. But over here, that was a nice lightning hit there by Scorpion King into the forward unit of Crypto's infantry formation there. So very aggressive as usual there by Scorpion King, using his cavalry extremely well. Okay, but here you can see, right, so here you can now see that Aurelius is really pushing in with his Spartans. He's going to take on the Macedonians now. But I'd just like to show you these head hurlers here. Look, see the black dots in the air there? That's the effective against armor heads. And make no mistake, these head hurlers will be weakening the enemy troops there. The head hurlers have suffered a lot of casualties from archer fire there, but they still will be doing a lot of damage to these Macedonian units. Okay, you can see those heads coming in on them now. So that's a good move there by TR, doing that, shooting those effective against armor heads into those Macedonian pikemen. Meanwhile, over here on our left flank, you'll see that two of TR's chariots have been taken out by a combination of Macedonian and enemy Scipio cavalry there, just taking out two of his warlord chariots. Now all this cavalry is now available to possibly hit Crypto's cavalry or even mine. But remember, Crypto's cavalry is just gold shield, gold attack against that really well upgraded cavalry of the enemy there. Now you'll see Earth has moved his Sacred Band Spearman over here, so he is now behind his allies there, ready to move forward if necessary. Okay, but as I say, here you'll see Aurelius really trying to push his Spartans down the pikes of those Macedonian pikemen there so they can kill the man on the other end. But just look at the length of those Macedonian pikes that those Spartan spearmen have got to try and fight down, as I say, to kill the man on the other end there. Okay, so they were, now can you see Crypto has just done a surge attack with his infantry. Did you see that surge attack? He's just moved forward there to try and help Aurelius there break through that Macedonian pike line there. That was a really nice surge attack there by Crypto. You can see he's got his general at the rear of his infantry there, still giving a morale bonus, but maybe not engaged there. Okay, and you can see the enemy are now moving reinforcements over to their centre there. So you've got Aurelius and Crypto both pushing in. Right, here's a cavalry attack by Crypto. Look, he's going to charge into those Scipio infantry. Look, and bang, as he smashes in there. Well, a nice impact there by his cavalry there. That was a really nice opportunist move. Now, I would love to support him with my cavalry. My cavalry is locked and loaded, but I've noticed that there's 2 anti-cavalry Sacred Band well upgraded spear units there as well. So I don't want to lose my cavalry on spear units there. But now I think it'd be a good idea for Crypto to pull his cavalry out the way now. He's done the damage he's wanted to. Just pull his cavalry out the way before those spear units can get fully engaged. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of units at the rear of the battle here that could maybe come round the flank. Can you see once again, cavalry and spears and Roman infantry could come round the flank here maybe to attack our engaged troops. Okay, so here, now you're going to see that my infantry, now what I've decided to do is I'm going to do a surge attack. Okay, so you can see, I know Aurelius has been fighting for a long time, weakening enemy troops. Okay, Crypto's done a surge attack already, so he's weakened them even more. And what I'm thinking now, if I do a surge attack with my SBQR infantry, maybe, just maybe, we might break through them, or we're going to cause them a lot of casualties here. So you'll notice, watch my SBQR infantry. I'm just going to surge, as I say, this is a surge attack into the enemy troops. You may well see Crypto follow up my SBQR infantry with his own surge attack again, moving his infantry forward there. Can you see my SBQR infantry starting to rout a lot of those units there? Now watch Crypto's Julii infantry as well. Can you see he's surge attacking at the same time? So my SBQR troops have just surge attack into the enemy, and now you can see Crypto, he's doing his second surge attack there, moving into the enemy troops. And you can see between us we've routed a lot of enemy units there through those surge attacks right in the center of the battle there. So that was I think that was a good combination move there. Now over here is a good move by Barclayman, look, bringing his long piked royal pikemen in on our flank there. Now watch out for Earth's cavalry there. Okay, this is just a heads up on that. They could well change the course of the battle. Okay, just to give you a heads up on that, that cavalry in behind us. Okay, but here you can see a lot of infantry and cavalry here could indeed move round our flank. What do you think? There's archers, infantry and cavalry. Once again, what about a flanking action round here? Would that be a good tactical move backed up by that Sacred Band cavalry? I don't know what you guys are thinking. I thought that would have been a good tactical move there. But here you can see TR bringing his chosen swordsman into the fight as well. Scorpion King using his maximum upgraded Praetorian cavalry around the battlefield very well. And as I say, Earth's got his spearmen there, his well upgraded Sacred Band spearmen there, which of course are anti-cavalry. So we need to be careful with our cavalry there. Make sure we try and don't make any mistakes with our cavalry. Okay, so what I wanted to show you something here was what I've decided to do here. I'm going to try and attack that Scipii cavalry that's been a nuisance to us. And I've noticed here these 2 Carthage units here, their spears are facing away from my cavalry. So I'm going to smash into their flank or into their rear with my cavalry as I go through them to try and take on that Scipii cavalry. Can you see what I mean? I'm going to charge through them to get to that Scipii cavalry, and I'm hoping to rout these Sacred Band spearmen there on the way through. Okay, so you can see the trajectory of my cavalry there. Okay, so you can see I'm going for that Scipii cavalry, and bang, as I charge into those Sacred Band spearmen. Can you see I'm pushing on through towards that Scipii cavalry there with my SBQR cavalry? Can you see that? I'm charging through into that, and oh my gosh, I've done exactly what I wanted to do, in fact a bit more. That cavalry charge has routed 4 of Earth's Sacred Band units there. So I've managed to rout those 2 spear units there. Okay, which I'm pleased about, and I've managed to rout that spear unit there, and there's another spear unit there as well. So that cavalry charge, that SBQR cavalry charge of mine, did more than what I was hoping for there, taking out those 4 Sacred Band spear units there. Okay, so I'm very pleased with that cavalry charge there. That did quite well. But over here you'll see we're under a lot of pressure from pikes, spears and that Scipii infantry closing in on us there. This is a nice flank attack here. You've got infantry there coming around our flank. Now as I say, these cavalry units here, okay, a little bit later on in the battle could change the course of the battle. Okay, just give you a heads up on that. Alright, so we'll just have to see. You can see them charging in. Now they'll obviously want to charge into the rear of our troops. Let's pause the game for a second here. Now there's two reasons they want to charge in here. One is Crypto's general. Okay, unit. There. Let's have a look, see his general. There's his general there, look. So that's one reason why Earth wants to charge into the rear of us. And here's the second reason. My general. Okay, can you see my SBQR general just there? Okay, so we've got our backs to those Sacred Band cavalry charging in there. Now you imagine those Sacred Band cavalry smashing in with a shock and surprise into the back of our units. Now here you can see I'm moving my SBQR cavalry over to counter those Sacred Band cavalry. Okay, and that Sacred Band cavalry is probably going to pull back, as you can see now, which is a good tactical move. I'm charging my SBQR cavalry now into those couple of enemy units that were there as well. Okay, but as I say, both Crypto and myself got our generals at the back of our engaged troops, and we must be aware of those Sacred Band cavalry of Earths. Alright, so just to give you a heads up on that. Right, now here you can see we're really trying to surge forward there into the enemy troops. Okay, but this is a nice move here by the enemy coming round our right flank. You've got archer units there. It looks like they fired all their arrows but are ready to be brought into the fray. There, you've still got some Macedonian archers there shooting into us. And here, don't forget, Scorpion King's fully upgraded cavalry is moving around the battlefield very effectively. Here we've managed to rout Demon's General, so that's good. No more general morale bonus from Demon's General there, so that's really good news. Okay, and here you can see, as I say, right now, can you see Scorpion King's cavalry, fully upgraded cavalry, is going to charge into the flank of my infantry, and bang, as he charges in there. Just look at that massive impact of fully upgraded cavalry. But remember, my infantry is morale based. I've got 3 extra units there to give morale to my army there. And also you'll see, as I say, just look at that impact. I've got 2 Eagle units and my general unit there, 3 units of morale there, keeping my troops fighting, plus you've got Crypto's cavalry charging in as well there to try and neutralise that cavalry hit by Scorpion King. Make no mistake there, I think Scorpion King was hoping for a mass rout there, but my morale based army will really help there in stopping my troops from routing. Right, pause the game for a second there. So, over here, you'll see that I've now decided to charge my cavalry into the rear of these engaged troops there, hoping to maybe start possibly a mass rout, if I can get some of those units routing. But, unfortunately here, as I said to you earlier, here comes the cavalry charge of Earth that could well be battle changing. Okay, right there you can see my cavalry charging into the rear of these enemy troops there. Okay, I've routed a few units there. I'd like to have routed a few more, but here, as I say, you can see Earth's Sacred Band cavalry charging in. Right, let's pause the game for a second. Now this is, have you ever heard that saying, 2 birds with 1 stone? And that's what he's trying to do here. He's splitting his cavalry. He's going to hit the back of Crypto's general unit with some of his cavalry, and he's going to hit the back of my general unit with some of his cavalry. As I say, that old saying, 2 birds with 1 stone, is what he's trying here. He's trying to kill our generals here with a double attack, if you like. He split his cavalry into 2, into smashing into our generals' units there. So don't forget, if he kills our generals, that's both of Crypto's and my general morale bonus will then be well, there won't be any more morale bonus from us there. There goes that cavalry, look, and bang as it charges in there. Just look at that massive impact. Now you can see Crypto trying to counter-attack with his Julii cavalry there. You can see the chariots of TR moving in there as well, but that was a massive hit there. But luckily, both my general unit and Crypto's general unit there have stayed there. He hasn't killed either of our generals there, so we're still giving morale bonus to our troops. You'll see my SBQR infantry has actually broke through part of the enemy line there, because you can see I've got SBQR units in behind the enemy team there. Okay, you can see my cavalry has broken through the enemy line there, and I could well now charge back into the rear of those engaged enemy troops, possibly there. Okay, but as I say, that was a nice cavalry charge there by Earth, and as I say, you can see, well, how many men have I got left in my general? Just there, look, that's all the men I got left in my general unit there. Crypto still got 50 left in his, so I got a feeling there that Earth concentrated more on my general unit than Crypto's there, looking at the casualties that I've suffered. So that was a nice hit there by Earth. And anyway, now you've got the companion cavalry of Macedon with their massive 9 charge bonus, and they're going to charge into the rear of us as well. Look at this, straight into Crypto's general, and bang, as they smash in there. Just look at the impact and penetration that those Macedonian companion cavalry has just had there. I mean, I thought that might have been a battle-changing cavalry charge as well. Make no mistake, if he'd got some of our units routing there, he may well have got a mass rout going there. But luckily there were some Spartan units in there, which of course are anti-cavalry. You can see there, some of my infantry and cavalry have penetrated through the enemy battle line now. There's my general. 5 men left in my general unit. That's all I've got left now. 5 men. But luckily the general's still alive, giving morale bonus to all our troops there. So that's good news. But as I say there, it looks like we've managed to break through the centre there of their battle line, which is good news. There's still some Carthage Sacred Band units holding us up there, but if you notice there, I'm charging my cavalry into the rear of those as well, and my infantry's going into the rear of them. You can see some enemy Scipio infantry have rallied and come back into the fray, and you can see some enemy pike and spear units have rallied, and they're coming back into the fray as well. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. Now over here you'll see that Crypto is using what's left of his cavalry to chase down that slinger unit, but at this stage of the battle we could well need those cavalry back there to try and help us fight what's left of the enemy troops there. But as I say there, you can see the battle there, and as I say, it looks to me like we've managed to break the back of their battle formation there at the front and the centre there. Right, you can see there's archers being auto-attacked now. Those Scipio archers are being auto-attacked. They're being brought into the fray. You can see there's Macedonian pike units have rallied, and they're coming back into the fray as well. I'm moving all my SBQR troops, what I've got left of them, at the rear. You can see a Scipio cavalry unit charging into my units there. Managed to rout them. You can see that I think TR's general unit is still alive there as well, giving morale bonus. Can't emphasise how important the morale is on in these battles. Keeping your general alive, giving that morale bonus, very, very important. Here you got a couple of Macedonian pike units there of Barclaymans just asking to be attacked, but of course we never attack those head on, because that's what the Macedonian general wants. We'll go round the flank if necessary, or get in behind them. That will be a better thing to do. The Carthage general looks like he's about to rout. Can you see all my SBQR troops are absolutely inundating that Carthage general unit there, just trying to kill that Carthage general. You can see my SBQR units, as I say, just kind of going over that unit, if you see what I mean. They're just trying to kill the general. There they are, and that Carthage unit, the general unit, has just been routed there, so that's good news for us. I'm now going to move my units away from that attacking Macedonian pike unit there that's moving in close. They just killed the Carthage general. You can see Aurelius bringing his Spartans over there to try and counter those weakened Macedonian pike units there. You've got Earth there getting infantry in behind those pike units. Remember, Macedon morale's not very good, and they do tend to rout quite easily. You can see Crypto bringing his Julii army. Looks like he's going to get in behind those couple of Macedonian units there. There you go. And you can see TR charging one of his infantry units in there as well. Just routed. Right, let's just pause the game for a second. It looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle here. But if you look at there, see all those SBQR troops there? That's the entirety of my army. That's everything there. At 10 men in one unit there. 25, that seems a lot, doesn't it? Well, my general unit, right, 4 men left in my general unit, but luckily still including my general, so they never managed to kill my general, so I'm pleased about that. There's 44 men. That seems quite a lot, doesn't it now? And there you already got 26 men in that unit and 24 men in that unit, And there you are. That's basically the entirety of my whole SBQR army that's left there. So it just goes to show how much of a battle of attrition this really was. And there's Crypto's army. Not many of those left. Not many of the Greek city units left. And not many of TR's Britannia units left either. So it just goes to show how much this was a real grinding down battle of attrition, really. There you can see some more Macedonian units that have rallied and coming back into the fray there. You can see a Scipii archer unit there as well. So, as I say, these are a couple of rallied units there. But just looking at the numbers now, as I say, it looks like our team has managed to to go on and win the battle there. There you already see Demon there, I think, shooting his arrows into our troops. But of course the Macedonian general would like us to attack him head on, but of course we won't be obliging him there. We will be looking to get round his flank, get round behind him and attack from different directions. There you are, and that's the Macedonian units gone there. So as I say, it looks like our team has just about managed to go on to to win this battle there. Okay, but it's a very spread out battle. If you look all the way over here, look, you can see a lot of dead troops there. See a lot of Britannia dead troops are probably killed by archers. A lot of head hurlers killed by archers as well. And as you move across the battlefield, we start to come into the most intense part of the fighting here. And you can always tell on our battles where is the most intense fighting, of course, and that's where the biggest piles of dead are. Just look at this massive pile of dead, and it goes on and on and on. It just goes to show how intense this battle was here at this particular part of the battlefield there. As we move across over here, look, if you look over on this left flank, you'll see there's Britannia. I think that's where we saw those Britannia chariots taken out by a mass of enemy cavalry there. You remember that there on the left flank? And as I say, we move more and more across the battlefield. I mean, just look at the intensity there of the fighting. I mean, that's really grinding down battle there. And as I say, our team has just about managed to go on to win the battle there. And there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that battle. Let's say really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played really well, guys. Great battle that was. And as we would expect, a close victory there. I think if this game did very close, it would be very close there. Highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Aurelius with his Greek cities army. 1,726 kills there. So well done to Aurelius there with his Greek cities army. Good kills there. So well done to Barclayman with his faction of choice, Macedon. Well done to him. 1,426. I think he got the third highest kills in the game. So really well done to Barclayman, as I say, with his faction of choice. Well done to Scorpion King. Now bearing in mind Scorpion King only had 6 infantry, I think he got some really good kills there. So really well done to Scorpion King there. Well done to Demon, probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was very aggressive with his infantry, so well done to him. And well done to Earth, I thought he did really well. And as I say, that cavalry charge towards the end of the battle, I thought could have been battle changing there if it had succeeded. So well done, guys, great battle there, everybody played really well. My kills for around 1,400. Very rare to get like a round number like that with kills. So very surprised, but quite pleased with those kills. Well done to Crypto, second highest kills in the game. He did really well with his Julia army all over the place. He was there. Well done to Aurelius, to say second highest, first highest kills in the game. And well done to TR, got over 1,000 kills with Britannia. So he did really well there. So, as I say, great battle there. Very diverse as well. Like our team was Rome, Greek cities and Britannia. So reasonably diverse. And their team was Macedon, Rome and Carthage. So looking at both teams, which team do you think had faction advantage? Which team do you think, really had faction advantage here for this 31k battle? So I hope you enjoyed this battle. I thought it was a really great, exciting 31k battle. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.